Hello beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Trixie, I am an oracle, and if this reading found you today, remember to take only what resonates with you. This could be all of the message, but if something feels misaligned or wrong, please don't force it to fit your path. Just let your inner compass of wisdom guide you, and let's begin your reading. Now today's reading consists of a tea leaf reading and some oracle cards by Campbell, who did the Healing Waters Oracle. So if you like the look of these cards, I will leave the author's name and the name of the oracle deck in the description box. So let's begin with your tea leaf reading. Now of course I don't actually have any tea leaves, so I instead use a herb called thyme, and I just sprinkle a little bit in the cup, add a bit of cold water, swirl it, turn it over, and then that's done. And that's pretty much how I do my tea leaf readings. So let's turn over the cup and see what we have. Oh my, that is very scattered. I don't know if you can see that. It's very, very scattered. Like feeling maybe all over the place. There's also a lot of it at the bottom as well. Like perhaps we're leaving behind a lot of things, or we're ploughing through things. I'm also getting a nest, like a bird's nest, but there's a seed growing out of it, a little seedling. So I'm thinking a nest is kind of like a home, a place of protection, where things are created. And there's a little seedling coming out of it, so I feel like maybe we're growing, we're developing something. Perhaps we're working on ourselves a lot as well, because this nest is in relation to the home. So it could be that we're working on ourselves. I'm also getting the letter Z or Z. Now, this kind of reminds me of the cartoon Sleeps, if that makes any sense. So when a cartoon character sleeps, you see these Z's coming out of them, which basically shows the person or the player that they are sleeping, the character is sleeping. So I feel like that Z is related to like the Z's coming out of the character, so sleeping essentially. And I feel like that's in relation to maybe feeling very tired, or maybe we're in need of sleeping or some rest. Especially because there's a lot of like scattered energy around here, so I feel maybe we're a bit all over the place. Or maybe we have a lot on the go at the moment and we're keeping up the momentum. I'm also getting the symbol for pi in mathematics, and that to me, it consists of a lot of numbers that go on for a long time. And so I feel like we're doing one thing after the other. It's very continuous energy. But we've also got that nest and the seedling, so I feel like we're in a combination of having some rest, because we've done a lot lately, and start working on ourselves, like maybe looking after ourselves and getting... Let's just check the other side. Not much. There's a Nordic symbol there. It's the Y symbol. It might be algaes, but forgive me, I'm not very good at runes. But if you search up the runes, it's the one that looks like a Y. So if you imagine, if I just show you, there's a line down the middle, and then there's a V here, and there's a little bit in the middle. I think it's that Nordic rune that I'm seeing. So if we look that up, I'll probably leave a definition of it on the screen, just so we can have an idea on what that's about, and maybe there's a little message in there. But yeah, I feel like that's pretty much it actually for the tea leaf reading. And now let's have a look at your oracle cards. So we have quite a lot here, as you can see. So I'll just use these cards at the moment, and then we've got a couple of others here which I will place on top in a minute. So far I'm getting a lot of like rejuvenation, healing, and there's the call to create something as well. There's our momentum. Sorry, I'm just trying to read upside down here. It's quite tricky. the ripple effect. So that is... the details had been taken care of, okay. And what really is driving you, I think. Yeah. It's quite a difficult task to do, to read upside down, but also quite a fun activity. So yeah, there's a lot of like healing here, but also like I feel Spirit is asking you like, what's driving you here? What's keeping you going? I feel like there's a sort of impressed or proud feeling coming from Spirit, because we've been doing a lot of continuous work lately, and I'm getting this feeling of like Spirit wants you to stop, wait, and think. Because I think Spirit is worried that at the moment, your continuous drive to work is going to lead to burnout. And Spirit wants to let you know that you don't have to do everything on your own. You don't have to do everything just completely without help and all by yourself. I feel like Spirit is just trying to gently nudge you, saying, you know, I am here. I can help you. I just need you to stop a minute so we can sort of reassess the situation. But also, I'm getting a call to rest. There's a lot of beings here that are like resting or sleeping. Like, a lot of them have their eyes closed. And I'm getting this like call to just take a deep breath. Like, it's very commemorable, I think is the right word, that you're doing all of this hard work. Like, Spirit is really impressed with that. But there's also this need to slow down. And also there's a lot of like healing, cleansing. So maybe looking after yourself, especially with that nest that we had with a little seedling growing out of it in the tea leaf reading. I'm getting a lot of looking after yourselves at the moment. So let's just have a look at the other cards. We have the thank you card. I'm just going to place them properly directly on top. We have the cleansing card, so that's really emphasizing the looking after oneself, cleansing your energy. We have Selkie. This is basically embracing who you are, coming out of hiding. The waterfall. We have water codes. Hopefully you're able to still see all of this. And we have the water oracle. So I might put that there. Sorry, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. Has to be neat, or somewhat neat anyway, just so we can all see it clearly. Now again, we're getting the emphasis on cleansing and healing, so I feel like altogether things are kind of being taken care of in the background, like Spirit has a handle on things and wants to help. I'm also getting that you've put in all of this work and it's really good, like you've done a lot of work, but now is the time to sort of just stop a minute, take it one step at a time. I'm getting slow down and rest so that you don't lead to burnout. But also the card that said, what is it that is driving you? Like, I feel Spirit is saying, save some of that drive and momentum to what you have to do next. But to sort of stop and think, or pause and think. So take moments of rest in between each thing that you achieve. Because otherwise you're just going to go through life doing all of this work, which is really great, but you're never actually going to appreciate what you've done. Because also, stopping and having a look at what you've achieved will also help you in learning or knowing how far you've come, especially with the thank you card here. I'm just going to turn that over. So yeah, appreciating what's sustaining you. It's not about saying, like, be more grateful for what you received. This is more of taking the time to appreciate the stuff that has worked out, or even the stuff that hasn't worked out as well, because these are all signs and symbols that we are developing on our life's journey. But we're kind of having trouble resting at the moment, I'm getting. So we need to sort of just let go, relax, You are on the right path. You're doing exceptionally well. You know, you're developing yourself. You are tapping into who you truly are. You're becoming more authentic, embracing who you are as well, especially with the Selkie card here. It's like you're slowly becoming who and what you are truly meant to be. But Spirit is saying that it wants to help you. Your spirit guides and your guardian spirit want to help you. So with everything that you do, even if it's just a small thing, don't see it that way. Small or big, it doesn't matter. Just take a little break after each thing that you've achieved. And remember as well why you're on this journey, because sometimes as well when we're continuously working and things aren't happening quick enough, we can often forget why we're doing this in the first place. Like, what was our main goal? Again, what is driving you? So I'm feeling that this is a call to rest and to save that momentum for the planning and structuring for what comes next, and to use the time in your rest to appreciate what you've been through and what you've done, and to look after yourself in this time as well. Like, rest, relax. I'm also getting like setting boundaries and saying no. This is your time of rest. Don't let anyone interfere with that, or anything really. Like, Spirit has your back. Spirit is looking after you, especially your guardian spirit and your spirit guides or your spirit team even. Like, you are being well looked after. And one thing we need to remember as well is that sometimes we often don't realize that Spirit is helping us, or we often think that Spirit isn't helping us when actually it is. We just can't see or hear the help. And the reason for this is because when we think of Spirit helping us, we often make the mistake that Spirit helps us in the same way that a human being might help us. But we have to remember that Spirit isn't human. So of course, Spirit's type of help is going to look completely different to a human's help. Let's just say, as far as I'm aware as well, please do correct me in the comments, let's just say that the ego is the control factor, and you have your inner desires and your superego. Your inner desires is what you want and need out of this life, and your superego is kind of like your parental upbringing, your societal conditioning, the things you've learnt in your childhood growing up that have stuck with you, your morals, your principles, your ethics, the things that you stick by to help make decisions. And then the ego looks at what you want and need from your inner desire and looks at how you can do that through your superego. And then the ego, the control factor, works on doing that. And that is how we make decisions, that is how we do things, that's kind of like how it works in the body and the mind. But what we often forget is that there's a third little guy here, or a third little girl even, and that is your intuition. That is where Spirit is. The intuition is how Spirit communicates with us, but often our superego and our inner desires, especially the superego, is very loud and wants to do it this way because of societal upbringing, of parental upbringing, childhood trauma, things like that. And it speaks louder than the intuition. And the intuition is very polite. It will wait until superego has stopped talking. And I'm trying to simplify this so it's easy to understand. So if it sounds very simple or something, then I do apologize for that, but I'm trying to make it easier to understand. So the intuition is Spirit, and it will wait until the superego has basically just calmed down a bit. And the way to do that internally is to calm down the mind, to basically say to your societal and parental upbringing, the person who makes the sort of decisions based off what you've learnt from humans and such and society, basically just tell them to step aside a minute so that we can listen to the intuition. We need to calm down the mind, and you can do this through things like meditation. Now, of course, not many people can sit cross-legged until their joints lock up and then they have the monkey clapping the tin hats from a drum kit until effectively they just remember what they are supposed to be doing right now, like the dishes or the laundry or the cleaning, the gardening, the working, and then we'd get completely distracted. So what I suggest is actually guided meditations, or Buddhist mantras, or music, or simple hobbies, painting, writing, reading. You want to do something that relaxes you, because this is also like taking care of yourself. Do something that relaxes you. And I particularly find helpful the guided meditation. And then you just want to sit comfortably. It doesn't have to be cross-legged. You can just sit comfortably. You can even lie down. And hey, if you want to take a nap, take a nap. And if you fall asleep during meditation, fall asleep. Because obviously you need that sleep. Do not put too much pressure on yourself. Don't worry about anything else. But take some time to calm down that mind, to still the waters so that you can see clearly through the water. So you can see clearly through the water to your intuition. Then once you can hear your intuition, you can connect with spirit and you can hear spirit. And how we see spirit is through things like signs, patterns, symbols, synchronicities, coincidences, miracles, things like that. So look out for those things and calm down the mind to listen to your intuition, because that is how spirit helps us. How humans help us is through the superego, so our upbringing, what we deem wrong and right. And that's not to say that the superego is bad, nor the ego, nor even the inner desires. None of these little creatures, shall we say, are bad. It's just stop putting too much thought on that one and balance it out for the rest of them. Let everybody speak. Give the intuition a chance to speak. So hopefully that makes sense, and if you like this reading or feel called to hear more, don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope this helps as well. So that is your reading for today. Thank you very much for watching and for listening, and don't forget to look after yourselves. Blessed be.